Welcome to my very first live stream. I am Ziggy, host of Ziggy Talks. Welcome everybody to the first ever live stream. I am here. This has finally happened. It's been a dream come true. So long I've been waiting to do this. So, yep, my name's Ziggy. This is Ziggy Talks. Basically it. It's a podcast. I'm going to talk about a little bit of everything and everything that's going on in life. And hopefully I'll have a co-host here next couple of weeks. Still looking for somebody. Looking at a few people, see what's going on, see where everybody's at. Welcome though. I'm glad anybody that is tuning in and wants to tune in. I appreciate it. Plan on doing this show Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. just to start off. If it goes well, I might do 5 days a week. If it doesn't, I might go down to 2 or just 1. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how long I can keep up topics. I can keep engagement with you guys, how everything is going. You know, I want to make sure everybody's having a good time here. I want to do product placement. I want to do product testing, a little bit of everything. This is all brand new to me, so I am learning as I go. There is so much to talk about. Why I started this, where I came from, what I plan on doing, things like that. So, I want to start off by saying this has been a dream of mine to start a podcast, to enjoy it and see where I can take it and see what kind of engagement I get off of it. I don't know the direction I want to go yet as far as, I know I want to have guests, and I know I want to talk about, local bands, local scene, local artists. Things are going on locally here in Cleveland. I am Cleveland based and I love Cleveland culture, everything about it. We have, so many art festivals throughout the year. We have different things that go on here. We have the Ingenuity Festival, which is a huge thing that I'm going to be talking about here soon because I know it's coming up, and I'd love to have a couple of artists from the Ingenuity Festival on my podcast. Promotes things, local bands. I grew up a lot around the band scene. So I know a lot of bands that played at the Agora, a lot of friends that played in bands, stuff like that. So, that is where I want to take this. I want to be able to interview people and, promote local businesses, local talent, local artists, local everything. Also, don't want to keep it just localized. I want to talk about, things that are going on in different states, things that are going on in your city. If you tune in and say you have somebody, I can do video interviews also. So I can add somebody to my podcast from a different state. It just depends on how far this gets out. I'm looking forward to it. I know it's going to be a struggle to get off the ground, get the engagement from people, but I am willing to put the work in. It's going to be fun. I'm going to say jokes here and there. I'm going to bring on hilarious people. I'd like to have some comedians, local comedians on here also. I think that would be fun and engaging to everybody. Um, the one thing that I always got off of YouTube or any kind of like broadcasting or anything like that is that it became a lot of like background noise. I like turning things on just to hear the background. And, that's pretty much what I hope to be to you. I hope that some things stick with you guys, and sometimes you want to engage and talk to me, and I say something interesting that might stick out to you that you're interested in. That'll keep you coming back. I don't want this to be a one and done thing. I want to do this and continue to do it and growing it. And the only way that does is with viewers and support. I do have my email going across the screen right now at the bottom there. Right there it is. So you can email me at that email. You can comment on all of my live streams. I am seeing everything as it goes up right now. So if you are watching my live stream, feel free to comment. I want you to engage. If I don't have a co-star or co-host with me right here, then I have nobody to talk to except for the people that are watching and engaging with them. So if you are interested in talking, give me topics you're interested in, or anything that might spark your interest that I talk about. Feel free to comment, like and share the video, because that is the only way that's going to grow from here. I started the foundation and I want to keep growing with it. Like I said, it's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. as of right now. It might go more than that. It might go down to a couple days. It just depends on the first couple of months. But I can promise I will be consistent for at least 2 to 3 months. I will be consistent as far as Friday or Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. because I do want to make sure it's something that you guys can come back to, you can rely on, that it's going to be here, and enjoy it. I have a lot to talk about today because it is my first live stream ever, so obviously I have so much to talk about. Seems like I don't have much to talk about because I'm just going to repeat myself a lot. It's more of the engagement of people. My niche, whatever you call it. I want to find my niche. I don't know. Niche. I think that's the word. Niche. I want to find it. I want to find out what this channel can grow to. Obviously, I put some work in making this studio. It's a room that I have available to me. I have a desk, obviously, that you can see decorated. I have a nice background wall for me. I have lights lit up. Everything is looking great. I like the way it turned out. It turned out a lot better than I anticipated it turned out. The sound quality is great. I did do a test run, and I tested everything out by doing a live stream, which you can go back and watch that if you'd like. But I wanted to test everything out, make sure everything was running smoothly, that I didn't sound crazy, because little things like that can change everything. So I have a soundboard, and I wanted to make sure that everything sounded crisp, clear, everything is going great. So I'm enjoying doing this. Put a lot of work into doing this. This is not a thought process that I thought about last night and just said, hey, I'm going to make a podcast and this is what I'm going to do with my life. No, this is something I've wanted to do since way before the pandemic, everything like that. There's a lot of YouTubers I watch, Good Mythical Morning, Gray Still Plays, a whole bunch of different people, and Mr. Beast, just a lot of background noise and stuff like that. There is the Matthias channel. He had a whole bunch of, like, I guess you can call them branched out channels that he had within his company. Um, Off the top of my head right now, I can't remember what it's called, but big inspirations of wanting to do this. I mean, it's not hard, difficult to make a podcast. It's hard to keep a podcast going. It's hard to engage in those people and find what people are drawn to and want to continue to watch and do. I also want this to be more like a radio show also, where I can, have people on the show, do interviews and do different things. I like Rover's More and Glory, Alan Cox show. Those are two things that I listen to. Listen to them more than I listen to the radio. So it's little things like that drew me into wanting to do a podcast. It's engaging with the people. It's filling up my time, feeling like I'm doing something positive. I like to believe that I do things positive. I wanna change things around in my life. I have been changing things around in life a lot, and ever since I moved into the place that I'm staying now, I've felt like I've grown in a great amount since I moved in here, and I'm very happy at the progress I've made in my life. I'm happy with the family that I've grown closer to, as far as my son, my mom, my brother, stuff like that. I just enjoy doing things like this. It gives me an out to, talk to you guys, and it gives me something to do, ADHD and stuff like that. So without boring you, I do want to get into a couple different other things, as far as, what I'm going to do with this channel also. Obviously, I'm looking for sponsors. If you know somebody that is willing to sponsor my channel, to help me grow, that has products that they might want tested, or just wants to sponsor a podcast, an up-and-coming podcast. Like I said, my email is right there down below. You can go email me at any point in time, and details about sponsorship and how that would go will be discussed at that point in time. As of right now, I do work with a friend of mine in a company called 7686 Designs. I'm going to put that right on the screen right now. So I'm going to put the email first. It's 7686designs@gmail.com. Again, 7686designs@gmail.com. You can email us, me, or the person I work with will get back to you. But we do make designs. We also have a Facebook page, 7686 Designs, facebook.com. Basically, that is pretty much t-shirt designs. We can do these cups. This cup is actually from 7686. I don't know if you can see it because it is kind of glossy, but with these lights in here, it's a bright. So this is a 7686 designed cup right here. So we have those. We have tumblers. We have different things that you can get, coasters, everything. You name it, we can make it. And I'm trying to think of what it's called. It's there's screen printing, and then there's lamination that she does, and it's amazing. Everything comes out very vibrant and bright. Very detailed work that we do, or that she does, and it's absolutely amazing. So I do ask that you go and check that Facebook page out. Send us an email if you have any questions about anything, and we will definitely get back to you. Also, check out the Facebook page. It's updated, probably not as much as I would like to be, because I'm in charge of the Facebook page, and I'm not great at keeping that updated. and making sure the new products that are out there. It's just lack of on my part. Uh, I do take full responsibility for that, but I do plan on this day forward to help that grow because that is a huge part of my life, and I like helping out friends, making sure that friends get as much exposure as they possibly can. And with doing a podcast, I'm able to do that. So I do plan on helping out a lot of my friends. Um, and it does start with 7686 Designs. It was a company at one point. I did make it legit. We had tax ID and all that, but I don't want to bore you with all that stuff. We did downsize to making it a hobby business for right now, and I'm excited to see it grow and believe that it should grow because the products that can be put out are next to anything that you can see that's high end. So I do ask that you go check it out, 7686 at facebook.com or 7686 at gmail.com if you want to email us any questions or orders or anything. We do custom orders and everything like that too. So yeah, besides that, what else can I talk about? We have a lot, or I have a lot going on. I'm a father. I have a son that's 4 years old. Before this podcast, I was asking him, what should I discuss? What kind of topics can I talk about today? And we have a secret handshake. And his first response was, tell everybody about our secret handshake. Now, I'm going to take a break here probably at 7. I might bring my son on, maybe show you that handshake because it is pretty adorable. It's one of the first things that we did together. Something that I came up with. It's a little handshake, but it's cute. He's turning 4 in August, so very happy about that. Another reason why I want to do something like this, I want to leave something to my son. Not only just materialistic, like I believe my son, I want to leave him an impression of who I am as a person. So I believe having podcasts that you can watch over and over again is something that I can give him in the future. When I'm long gone, he's going to be able to look back and watch these podcasts and be like, oh, that's my dad. That's cool. And get that little interaction, which is a huge thing for me. And a huge part of my life is him. And basically love having him around. But what else can we talk about? This is my first live stream. Hold on. I got some queued up things. Hey, you can applause. I can change things around. I appreciate all of it. Make jokes. So, there's so much I plan on doing. So much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. What else can I talk about? I mean, if you are watching right now, leave a comment. Have any questions for me? What this channel is going to come up to be? Just ask. I am more than happy to try to make sure there's no downtime, no dead time here. I want to make sure you guys are having a good time. So if you guys are, let me know. I'm checking something real quick. I like the background music. It helps with that little dead time. There we go. All right. So what I wanted to check out is I do smoke cigarettes. I am quitting smoking at the end of this month, actually. which I'm excited for. I'm excited to finally quit. Excited to finally quit smoking, and hopefully I am done smoking at the end of this month. But with that being said, when you're sitting here talking to yourself, smoking seems like the right thing to do. So I am going to smoke a cigarette. I think it's okay. I didn't see any guidelines that say you cannot smoke. You cannot smoke weed, which I do not plan on smoking. So, that's a thing. Anyways, so what else can we talk about? If you are on the live stream and you have joined, feel free to write a comment. Let me know what's going on. How's everybody doing? I wanna engage in people, so I want to keep it from crows and birds. Keep it alive in here. But with doing a podcast, there's a lot that comes with it. It's a lot of figuring out streaming, figuring out how the camera's going to be set up, figuring out good systems to use. Right now I am using, it's called StreamYard, which so far I am very happy with. I have no issues with it. Everything seems to be working just perfectly fine. As you can see, it's up here in the bottom or top right corner. Top right corner, I guess you can see. Yep, right there, top right corner. And that's the streaming program I'm using right now. I do have to pay for it, which most things you have to pay for nowadays. You don't get much for free. I made my own intro. I made the outro. I made the time clock. I made all these things using different programs and stuff like that. So with that being said, I mean, I'm doing everything on my own, and I've started doing everything on my own. And it's fun. That music is really quiet now. I don't know why it got turned down so much. Let's play Feeding Ducks. I like having the background music because it kind of drowns out a little bit of everything else in the house. And that is how it goes. Sometimes you gotta drown out other things going on. But I am excited to be able to do this podcast, and like I said, it's going to get a lot better from here. This is the start of it. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. Right now, it's a little boring because it's just me. It's just me talking to a camera. I don't have comments now. I don't have, this and that. But if I have a co-host, it's going to make it a lot easier. It's going to be somebody to engage in conversation with me. It's going to be fun. But I have to find a co-host. I have to find somebody that's willing, that has the time, that has devotion to do it, and not get paid for it, because I'm not going to get paid for this for quite some time. I do plan on growing the channel. I do plan on doing things big, and I want things to happen in the future. And I have a voice. I'm pretty good at filling up dead air. I'm pretty good at continuing to talk. I've been doing it so far for 24 minutes. And there's been not too much dead air. I am going to take a break here at 7, probably like 6:50, and be back by 7. Take a 10-minute break and use the restroom, do things I have to do, because 2 hours is a long time to be doing a podcast without a break in between. Especially when you have a little one that's running around the house, and I don't know if you can hear him in the background, but I'm hearing him in the headphones a little bit, so he's probably running around out there. I do thankfully have the door locked, so he can't just come in here, I want this to work out. I want it to be good. So trying my best to keep it professional to the best I can. I'm a little upset that my son is running around the house right now and not being watched the way I was asking. Um, but it is what it is. You can't get everything you want. Sometimes you have to work for it, which that is what I'm doing. All right, what else happened? So let's diverse or diverse. Let's let's go a different direction. Digress. That's the word I was looking for. Digress. So I was watching a movie yesterday called Trolls, and I don't know if anybody has seen this movie yet. It's on Netflix. It's a great movie. Good movie. Good movie. I definitely recommend you watching it. But I just want to inform you, just like Squid Games, it is English dubbed. But they are American looking actors. And tell me why I spent 20 minutes trying to get the voice to match the lips. Like I have this thing on my TV where I can change the audio settings where the time lapse for where the talking is. I can change that. So I was trying for 20 minutes to get this damn thing to match up with the lips. It looked like it was matching, but I think it's some, I don't know what language it's in. And that's what pissed me off. Because it took me 20 minutes to realize I had to look it up on Google and find out that it is a English dub movie. So I was sitting there trying to match up the lips to the words so bad, and it wasn't working for the whole time. And that really, really upset me. So much so that it took away from the experience of the movie. But that is dumb on me. That is my part for not doing research before. Anyways, there's a lot of movies and stuff to talk about. Deadpool 3. I just seen a trailer, or not a trailer, but I seen a scene that was being made with Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, which is Wolverine coming back, which is amazing, and I'm so excited to see Deadpool 3. I watched the first Deadpool 8 times in theaters. Second Deadpool, wasn't a huge fan of. Probably watched it 5 times, and 2 of those were in theater. Still a great movie. Anything Ryan Reynolds is in is a great movie. I don't care what you say, Ryan Reynolds is a GOAT when it comes to acting. He has his hand in so much, and he makes the best of everything he does. As far as business sense goes, he's a smart guy. He knows that his acting skills and who he's become helps him in these short instances. I think he's with Mint Mobile. He did that short thing with the football team, soccer team, and grew that. But the reason he grew that is because his name was behind it, and that's what made him so big, and that's what made everything work so well for him. He's great all the way around. Great actor. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like other actors that I'm not a huge fan of. But I'm sure it'll come to me. Christina Ricci, another amazing actor. That's definitely one of my childhood crushes. Growing up, the only movie I didn't like her in was Monster. Not a great movie. But she was in that Wednesday show, great. Um, Absolutely loved her part in that. It was completely, I think it was like a 180 on her character as she was Wednesday in the original Addams, well, not the original Addams Family, but she did play in the movie The Addams Family. And yeah, her character in Wednesday was completely 180. So, that was pretty cool. What else can we talk about? It's been a half hour. I made it a half hour on this episode. It does not pan out to not have a co-host, to not have somebody to feed off of, to conversate with, and grow with, and feed off of each other's energy. So, you gotta make do with what you can do, I guess. But I am so excited to be here, though. I'm so excited to be making this first podcast. It's great. It's a fun time. I made all these brand new intros and stuff like that. Great. Outro, you'll see at the end of this. It's gonna be fun. I'm just excited to be here. I'm excited that I made my first podcast, that I'm actually doing it. And I'm actually excited to be doing it. I do have a lot of planning to do on things subjects I'm gonna talk about, people I want to interview, people I'm gonna have on the show, different things I plan on doing in the future. And that's all planning in the future. That's gonna be fun. But, to get it started up and running, I have to do something. Even if it's just this, it's just talking about what this is going to become, or doing anything. I'm making steps to do so. And, it starts with me doing it and taking the initiative and actually doing it for once, and not just, prolonging it and just keeping it in the back of my mind. If you want to establish goals, you have to establish taking the steps to make those goals happen. So that is what I plan on doing, and that is what I am doing finally. Finally, I'm doing it. Doing it. That's right. So, with that being said, there's a lot that comes with podcasting. There's a lot of things to do. Just in your day-to-day, every day, it's constantly thinking, what am I going to do next? What am I going to talk about? Who am I going to talk about? What do I want to talk about? I just want to talk about life. Little things here and there. I might actually take a break here in a couple of minutes, only because I do have to see what's going on with my son. I do hear him outside the door, and I'll be probably right back. I'll probably put 10-minute timer on and be back in that time. But that being said, I am enjoying doing this first podcast. It's so much fun. It might not seem fun because I don't have much to discuss, I guess, as far as not having a co-host and stuff like that. That is all stuff that's still in the works. I have a timeline of when I wanted things to start, and that is what I'm doing. I'm starting something on the time limit that I wanted to start it. When I wanted to build it, I wanted to start it now. I didn't want to procrastinate. I didn't want to wait. If somebody wants to come on and be a co-host, then that can happen in the future. I'm not going to sit here and wait for somebody to want to do that with me. With that being said, I have an opening here, and I am looking for somebody that's dedicated, motivated, wants to do something, wants to podcast, just bullshit, basically. Also having guests on and doing stuff like that. So, hopefully Wednesday I'm still trying to build that show up, still trying to see what's going to be on that discussion, which is still only a couple days away. 2 days away, and so I'm still working on that podcast. And with that being said, I'm on this one right now, thinking about my next one. So if there's anything that you get out of my podcast or why you should follow or be a part of this and watch me grow, it's because I am dedicated to do this. This is not something that I just overnight said I'm going to do. No, this is something I'm dedicated to do and I want to do. And I believe I definitely have the momentum to want to. I have the time to work things out. I have a couple people in the business that already do podcasts, and a couple people I've um, bounced ideas off of and talked to and um, collaborate and want to collaborate in the future with and go from there. I mean, there is a few people that I want on this show, and I think going to be reaching out. I've already reached out to a few people. Just waiting to hear back. It might not be this week, but maybe next week I'll have a few people on here. At least just to bullshit with me. So it's possible that it might just be this way for a while, where I'm by myself and I don't have a co-host. But I am looking to fill that spot every single Monday, Wednesday, or Friday, 6 to 8 p.m. If you are interested in just getting on a mic, just to bullshit, just to talk, let me know. You can email me. I'll put the email back up here. Where's that at? There we go. So the emails are back up there on the bottom of the screen. Ziggy Talks 216 at gmail.com. That's Ziggy Talks 216 at gmail.com. Shoot me an email if you're just interested in bullshitting and commenting. I mean, I'm not just bringing any Tom, Dick, and Jerry up here and talking on a mic. I want somebody that has some kind of personality that is, fun to talk to, not just dry, just I got nerves and I don't know what to talk about. That's what I'm here for. I'm the host. I got to make sure that everybody is enjoying this and having a fun time and is going to repeatedly want to come back. And in doing so, I need the engagement of the crowd, the people, you guys, to make this become something in the future. So, I'm dedicated to do this. I just want dedicated fans that want to see me grow. And the only way I get that is having you guys here. This is all for you guys. Thank you so much. I've had, I had inspired people, like people believed in me and, said you can do anything. Just put your mind to it and just do it. Don't procrastinate. Procrastination is the worst enemy of anybody. We only live once. You live this life to the fullest. So don't procrastinate. If you got to want to do something, jump on board and do it, because you never know what tomorrow's going to bring. You've got to enjoy this day now. And that's what I plan on doing. So that is why I did this podcast. That's what I plan on keep on doing this podcast. I'm enjoying doing this podcast. I know I'm going to enjoy it in the future. I'm going to enjoy it so much when I get this seat filled. When I have this seat filled and I have somebody's energy to build off of and build with, that's going to make things better. I might have multiple co-hosts. I might have people that are only available on this day, or repeat people that have come on, every so often or something like that. That would be awesome. I'm also going to have guests. So if I have guests on here, that is a part of it. So, maybe I won't have a co-host, but I'll have a guest. Or maybe I'll have a co-host and a guest. I got plenty of room to fit 3 seats behind this desk. And I believe, I can go, that's all the way over there. That's a whole nother person. That's all the way over there. That's a whole nother person. Look, I got another mic over here. I can set this up to where I can have people on here. This is that's not even close. I probably have like 10 feet of just space over here to get everybody in here. You can see my small little body in here. I move over And guess what? I can fit 2 more people on here, no problem. No issues. I'm hearing my son in the background. He's so loud. But he's adorable. He's turning 4 in August. So, you know, you gotta live with what you got. You gotta make do with the little bit I have. Do I have the best sound system? Probably not. I think I just drank an ant. Yep, that happened. But, protein, whatever. Shit happens. Um, what else can I talk about? So, what's my setup? Let's talk about that. Well, I went with Amazon for pretty much everything. The thing I like about Amazon is if you do your research, it is not hard to find products that'll get you started up and running for pretty cheap. I think I spent maybe a little over $200 on everything, including the camera, the lighting system, and the soundboard I have with the mics, and these headphones right here. The headphones are great. I love these headphones. The only thing that is wrong with these headphones is you can't see it. I can, but with the bright lights and everything, you cannot tell at all. But these headphones are pink as all get out, like a pinkish purple. I thought they were white, and that's what I anticipated them to be, and that's what they were supposed to be. But they came, and they are pink. I do not have a problem with it. One of the lights that are on me are pink. I have blue, and I have a gray wash light, which I feel is pretty good. I mean, I do look a little Casperish. I do look a little white. Stand out, I guess, a little bit. I mean, but it is bright in here. It does look good. I like the backdrop that I got. It's just a photo backdrop. It's good material. I like it. And the desk I have is so what it used to be is one of those electric fireplaces. So there was like a cutout up front here for an electric fireplace. And this thing is heavy as hell. So heavy. But it looks good. I can add some stuff down here to at least pop out a little bit, make it a little fun. Add a little things that I like. This is a 57 Chevy. Absolutely love that. One of my favorite cars. That was my pop's favorite car. Some juggling balls, Rubik's Cubes. I can solve it in a Rubik's Cube. Then you got, what do you got? You got Ryan Reynolds, what is it? Green Lantern over here, Spider-Man, Deadpool. All these 3 clear cases are 3 different types of Deadpool, which you can probably see better. My screen's really small, so I can't really see. Oh yeah, you can see it a lot better when you. So I went to full screen. So then you got a couple of Ryan Reynolds down there and Green Lantern. You got Robin. You got Deadpools, 3 different kinds. Actually, 2 different kinds. Those 2 pickled Deadpools and a fishing Deadpool. And then you got Joker. And then you got I Am Groot. And a couple just random things. But, I had to decorate a little bit. Just to have a little bit of fun. So, yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. I know it seems a little boring right now. I know seems like there's not much to talk about, or that this is just dragging on. It is, but I want to be dedicated, and I'm not going to lie to you. It's not going to be rainbows and butterflies. I'm not always going to have something to fill time for 2 hours, but I'm going to get there. And the way to get there is being consistent. I found out that in life, if you are consistent, that is what people want. People don't want somebody that's here for one day, says they're going to be here, and isn't here in the long run. So I want to be consistent. Yes, I want to do quality content also, but consistency and content is my main keys. So consistency is going to be first. And while I'm doing that consistency, I am working on making quality content, which involves me getting people to come in here, have interviews, um, have guests, have co-hosts, something like that. I'm going to get there. I promise you guys. Stick with me. It's going to work out. It's going to be fun. We're going to do something fun. I promise. With that being said, I'm excited to see where this goes and, you know, keep repeating myself. I'm going to repeat myself for 2 hours today. I didn't have a lot going into this because there was so much more than just prepping for my first podcast. Like, I was so excited to do this episode, and I had so much I wanted to talk about, so much I was going to say. But you don't know if you've never done it before, if you understand what I'm saying. It's not just, hey, I'm going to go in there, I'm going to talk about this, 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 and this. It's going to fill up 2 hours. No, I was prepping, making sure the camera worked, making sure the mic system worked, making sure my soundboard was working, which it is. Woo! So I wanted to make sure I had background music. I wanted to make sure my intro was done. It's still mediocre. It's the first time I'm doing all this. So with that being said, I had a deadline of doing all this, and with preparation of doing this, when I finally set into motion that I was going to do it, put a deadline on starting today, which I think when I started buying everything and setting up this room was a week ago, maybe a little longer than a week. So with that being said, preparing all this to make sure I met that deadline, probably, it definitely went in on me making my first episode. There's still things I wanted to talk about, which I did cover a lot of things as far as like what I project this podcast to end up being, or this talk show. I don't know what you want to call it. I don't really want it to be a podcast because I don't know, just a video podcast, I guess, but more like radio. Like I got background music, I want to do all this and do that, and I want to have guests, and just fun. I just want to have my own channel. I want to be unique. One of these mantras that I live by is stand out in a crowd. So anywhere you go, stand out. Doesn't mean be an asshole or be, just don't be conservative. Be yourself, but in a fun way. Like, let yourself not be judged by others. Judge yourself and how you act, and just do it respectfully and enjoy life. Like, don't be so negative all the time or feel like you got to be conservative. Get out there and enjoy life, because most times you'll find somebody that's into the same things that you are. And you just enjoy it. Yeah, enjoy every little thing that you have, because that's the best part of the life. It looks like I did fill up to where I was going to. I said 6:50 is probably when I'm going to take my break, so I did make it here. I'm very proud of that. That means I got through my first hour, because I did start 10 minutes before. I was setting everything up at like 5:30. So, with that being said, I am glad that I got this first half of this first show out of the way. I am so excited to come back for the second part of this show. We're going to be doing this Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And I'm going to be consistent. I hope to have a guest on Wednesday. I hope to have somebody sitting in with me. If I don't, I'm not going to fret it, and it's not going to be an issue to me. I'm not going to get aggravated because I don't have somebody on here. I'm going to enjoy things. I'm going to make things work. No matter what I do, I set out to do this, I'm going to work on it. And it starts with you guys helping by subscribing. Push that notification button. You already know when I'm going to be here. Sharing this Facebook page. Just share it to your friends. But with that being said, I'm going to take a short break here of 10 minutes, and I will be back here at 7 for the second half of Ziggy Talks with your host, Ziggy. Woo! Welcome back. We have made it back to the second half of Ziggy Talks with your host, Ziggy. I am back. Welcome. Thank you for sticking around or watching this episode. If you're watching it at a later time, I appreciate it. I know that it's been drawn on. I know it seems like a book, storybook. So maybe you listen to this episode while you're laying in bed, getting ready to go to sleep. You know, listen to those birds. Listen to the gunshots if you live in Cleveland.
Ready, go!
So, moving on to the topics that we are talking about today. So, obviously, I did not have a example of what I was going to do today because I had so much setup and so much prep to do this first episode and get it out of here on time that I'm doing this on the fly. Getting the intro, getting the outro, getting everything. Everything was just so tedious. It will get better with time, I promise. I'm like a fine wine. You have to grow with me. And if you need to, you just drink that wine until I am something that you enjoy in the background. Either way, I'm going to keep doing it and it's going to be fun. We're going to be here. We're going to have fun. We're going to do something fun. With that being said, there's other things I wanted to talk about. What type of guest I plan on having. I want to have artists on here. So if you are an artist or an up-and-coming artist or somebody that just wants to get your name out there or be on a podcast or just talk, local bands, if you know somebody that's in a band that have promotions or anything like that, hit us up, Ziggy Talks 216@gmail.com, and let me know. I welcome it. I'm also looking for co-host or sit-in host when the time is right, when you have it. Again, my episodes are going to be running Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. every week. I do plan on being here. I plan on doing that. If you guys want to comment on my videos during my live streams, interact with me, talk with me. It helps because I have no co-host at this moment in time. So it does help when you guys are engaging and you guys are commenting on my post. Let me know what you guys are into, what you guys want to talk about. As of right now, until I get those guests booked, until I have that co-host, there's very little I can do to keep engagement of people, but I'm going to try my best. That is all I can do, is try my best, and I enjoy doing this, and I want to keep doing this, going this into the future. This is what I plan on doing. It's going to be fun. It's going to be uphill battle. It's going to be rocky roads. It's going to be everything, but I plan on doing it, and it's going to be fun. With that being said, being the most repetitive episode ever, I can't thank you guys enough for tuning in, watching, and engaging in this battle that I'm going through. I enjoy it. I was going to have my son come on, but I thought twice about that without his mom's permission and stuff like that. Him being 4 years old, I don't want to put him out there. I love having my son sit here. He's a hoot. He's fun to talk to, and he's just a funny kid. I love having my kid. He just does the funniest things, and I love him to death. So, that being said, I need you guys in the chat. I need you guys talking in the chat. I need you guys to engage. Give me things to talk about, Make it not so much dead time. Give me topics to talk about. Help me build this channel by sharing, liking, subscribing. Hit that notification button. so you get notified when I'm going to do my live streams, which you already are notified. I'm going to be doing it Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. So you guys can join me. You guys can talk to me. Engage. You guys can have fun. It's going to be a fun time, and I plan on making this grow. With that being said, I do want to shout out to 7686 Designs. That is, I'm just making it a sponsor now because I help with the company. I am part of the company. I'm half of the company. I'm the 86 part of the company. My friend Vicky is the 76 part. The way we came up with the concept of what our name would be was easy. Our birthday is exactly the same day, January 5th. She is born in 76. I was born in 86. So 7686 Designs was t-shirt designs first, and then we just moved to designs because there was so much more she can do, and she is amazing at her work. Go check out the Facebook page, which is 7686 Designs at facebook.com. Check that out if you guys haven't already. Email 7686designs at gmail.com. Email with any questions, any orders, anything. You can email and we will get back to you as soon as possible. I am in charge of the Facebook aspect of that. I do screen printing, but I haven't really been doing that very much at all. I'm leaving it more with her because she does sublimation, which is absolutely amazing. This cup right here, this tumbler, was made by her. She does great work. It's so detailed with the sublimation, and it just looks amazing. Everything about this is just amazing. With the lights in here, it is bright because it is a glossy finish, but that is a skull right there. Oh God, that's another skull. And you have the 7686 Designs logo right there. I do have the logo also. I can put it up here. I'll probably get it set up for next stream so I can add that up here so you guys can see it, because I do not have it right now. Yeah, I can use StreamYard. Yeah, so I gotta figure that out so I can add it up there. What else? So 7686 Designs, go check them out on Facebook, send them an email, send me an email or us an email. I will put that up on the screen now so you guys can see that. There's the Gmail account right there, 7686designs at gmail.com. Also check out the Facebook page, 7686 Designs. And yeah, order something. It's reasonably priced. It's great detailed work and sublimation. So, I mean, the shirts that come out are quality shirts. Oh, wow. What's going on, brother? Brohan is in here. Got that booger right up there. Get it out. Thanks for tuning in, man. I appreciate the support. But asking me if I had a booger, you're rude. That's rude. Thanks for joining in, though. This is my first ever live stream podcast, and I'm excited to be here. And for all the birds in the background. So yeah, I'm enjoying doing this. It's going to be a fun ride. Hopefully in the future, Wednesday, I do have not a co-host, but at least a guest on here with me. Maybe I'll get my brother to come over. The last place he'll ever be is going to be on a podcast, I'm sure. But, you can always hope maybe one day he'll get on here. When I get big and famous, he'll come on here. I'm sure. My brother's a pretty good guy. But yeah, I definitely want to have guests on here, promote businesses, stuff like that. We are doing, I'm doing sponsorships. You just hit me up at the email that I'm going to put on the screen right now. You can hit me up on that email with any sponsorship questions. If you guys want to sponsor the video, if you guys want to donate, anything you want to do, you can do straight through there, and it is always appreciated. But right now I'm just growing, so don't expect much, and don't expect much to start off with. Consistency is my number one thing right now. I want to be here, consistency for you, and I want to make sure that I have a show that you guys can watch all the time. It's going to be fun. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. I will be here on this video podcast live stream 3 nights a week. It's going to be fun. So with that being said, what else can I use? I can use You can laugh. It's the motherfucking BOWG. But yeah, I appreciate everybody that's coming in and watching. I appreciate the support, the love, everything you guys give. It is great to have you here. If it's blurry, that's just your screen. I can't help that it's blurry for you. It's not blurry on my screen. Everything looks completely great. You want to see what's really cool? Is I can show your comments right there. You come up right on the screen. I can put you on a screen. It's nice. It's nice to have the engagement. I haven't, on the first half of this episode, I didn't have anybody commenting, so it's nice to have my brother commenting and showing support, just like everybody else that has showed support this last week in building this place and making sure that this is going to be something for the future. I appreciate everybody that believes in me to do this, all the support that I've got so far to do this, and what I go through and get to in the future. I know it's going to be a struggle to start off. But look where I'm at. Look at these lights I have on me. Look at this video. Look at this. Everything looks great so far. Well, I can try. I changed it up. Does that look better? Let me hide it first, and then I'll re-put it up there. How does that look? Does that look better? So, yeah, like I was saying, like everything is clear. Like the video quality looks great, except for the very bottom, apparently. I mean, it's Ziggy Talks 216 at gmail.com. I can just say it, I guess, but yeah, I mean, background, I can change that at any point in time. I have different sounds here that I can use.
I can even change my voice, which I really like. I mean, I can do it, and it's so much fun. Look at my little girl voice, and I can have little characters that talk to you guys. It's so much fun. With that being said,
Get out of that. All right, there. No. There we go. Am I out of that? There. All right, there we go. It's probably just your phone, because I have the live stream up that I'm looking at, and everything is looking clear as day. I actually have YouTube opened up in a different one where I'm seeing the delayed feed, and it's coming in pretty clear there. And full screen that too. mean, the video quality isn't the best, I guess. It looks a lot better on my actual live stream. It looks clear as day. Like, I like it. Okay. Yep. So that looks good. Cheers to that. We're doing it. We got 45 minutes left in my first ever live stream. The first legit episode 1 of YouTube Ziggy Talks. I might platform at other places besides YouTube, but as of right now, it's only going to be on YouTube. I might do Facebook Live also, and do both of those at the same time. But as of right now, I am only podcasting on YouTube. You can find me on YouTube at Ziggy Talks. And yeah, it's working so far. I'm using StreamYard. StreamYard is the streaming service I am using to broadcast on to YouTube, which is great because it gives me all these things like the scrolling at the bottom of the screen. I can do that. I can add in my countdown. I can add in my intro. I can add my outro. I can even add a background. I don't think it'll work. Yeah, it doesn't work. So the background doesn't work right now. But I have little like background music and stuff that I can use. I love it. And everything about so far, StreamYard has been the most legit thing that I can use. It's easy to use. It was easy to install. It was easy to maneuver around and figure out how to use things in it. Transferring from like the start screen to the actual podcast, like me up here from my intro, there's little things that I need to work on and figure out, but I do plan on getting all that figured out soon. But as of right now, it's working. It's working. I'm doing a podcast. I get to say I'm doing a podcast, which is great because doing this is something I've wanted to do for a long time, and I get to do it. And I get people to engage with and have fun with. How do you think it looks, Brohan? Do you think it looks good? Besides the blurriness at the bottom? Because your anal asshole self. If you guys don't know, I call my brother Double A, and that's for anal asshole because he's anal about everything. It's not so much that he's anal, it's more about the fact that he likes to detail everything and make sure everything's done the way he likes it and make sure that it is correct in the way he likes it. So therefore, he is an anal asshole. But he's my brother and I'm allowed to say that. With that being said, hopefully I will rewatch this probably tomorrow at work to make sure everything worked right. I will have to edit some things and things like that, but it does seem to be working pretty clearly, as clear as I can get it, I guess. It's probably not working on your phone because of the way that the way the program works, the way that YouTube works itself, looks a lot better when you watch it on an actual screen, computer screen or a TV screen than it does on your phone. So if you have something that scrolls across the screen like that, digitalness that transfers to a phone is not always as clear because you're on data instead of being on a Wi-Fi. So if you were on Wi-Fi, it would probably come in a lot clearer. Not to say that it's not a little blurry, because it is a little blurry on on the YouTube channel, but it's not that bad. No, I understand you were trying to help. I'm only giving you shit because you're an anal asshole, and I love you, my brother. That's how that works. What else? So yeah, the future brings hope. This seat right here, I have another seat, and I have another microphone. So my plans are to have another person here and to do a podcast with and have a co-host. That would be really awesome to feed off somebody else's energy. Right now, I literally just have comments, people watching the live stream to engage with. So if you want to talk, that's great. It helps me keep the conversation going. Filling 2 hours of time is a hard thing to do when you sit at a desk by yourself. But I've managed to do 1 hour and 21 minutes right now. So, shut up. So yeah. I'm gonna be anal about it. That's funny. But it looks good. I'm happy with the end result that I've gotten today and being my first live stream, and I didn't encounter too many hiccups along the way. StreamYard worked very well. Getting it to pair with YouTube to make the podcast stream there while being on StreamYard, no problem at all. It was smooth sailing. I used, I want to say it was, what did I use? Feet.io to make my intro and outro videos and get my timer done. I got all that. And all that was done by me. I did everything. Everything was done by me. Setting up the studio, I did it all. And I'm very proud of myself. It took a lot to do, and it took a lot of preparation and doing stuff. And it wasn't something that I really rushed into. I found out what I needed, what was going to look good, how everything was going to go, and I did it. The lighting, the microphone. That's great. And we'll put that up the screen. There we go. Cheers, bro. I'm drinking beer. I'm watching my brother. Cheers. Can't say that this is beer in here. But I can't say it's not either. But it is in this nice fancy cup by 7686 Designs. If you get a chance, go check them out. It is 7686 Designs at Facebook on facebook.com. It is also 7686 Designs at gmail.com. And that is on the bottom of the screen right now. I'll put the Facebook up first so you guys can see the Facebook. Facebook.com/7686 Designs. Go check it out. Great products. Sublimation is the main priority with that company, with what we do, and it looks great, and I love it. I do plan on getting shirts made, and you will see them on my future podcast. I will be wearing 7686 Designs as my attire because I want to support local business. There you go. If you need a prosthetic, look up Lime Cooler. I don't know how to spell it, but if you need prosthetics in Cleveland, you look up Lime Cooler, and guess what? I'm sure if you look up prosthetics, you'll probably see Lime Cooler somewhere. Just Google prosthetics, and maybe that link will come up. So go check them out. If you're in need of a prosthetic, there is a free plug for my brother's company, which he deserves. He works really hard at his company, and he deserves all the recognition for his hard work because he shows me more legs than I ever want to look at in my life. And if I had a career choice that didn't work out, I'd probably go do prosthetics because I probably know how to make a leg by now. That being said, cheers.
Snoop Dogg.
So, what else to talk about? I am trying to line up guests. I know that Ingenuity Festival is coming up soon, which is an art festival that they have every year here in Cleveland, which is absolutely amazing. Local artists, some artists that are not local, I know that they have been growing over the years, and this is a free plug also because if you check it out, it's so interactive. It's made for all ages, kids, adults, everything. They have a little bit of everything. And they usually do it in different areas, warehouse districts, stuff like that, abandoned buildings, factory buildings, and they build art that is encased in the building itself. And they have so much interactive things for kids. It's great for everybody. There you go. All right, my brother has given you the spelling of lime cooler. So if you need prosthetics, you go to Lime Cooler, LEIMKUHLER, Inc. INC. And, if you need a prosthetic, you can go through them. I'm sure they take a lot of the major insurances. I'm not 100% sure. But, if they ever want to sponsor this video, if my brother wants to tell them about my podcast and ask them if they would like a promotion from my podcast, I'm just starting out. So be more than happy to do that. Just have them email me at Ziggy Talks 216 at gmail.com, which I will put back on the screen. There you go. Ziggy Talks 216 at gmail.com. Yeah, I am looking for sponsors in the video. Obviously, being new to this and, only having so many subscribers and stuff like that, I am growing. I plan on growing, and doing this consistency will help me grow. Consistently will help me grow in the future and do that. I know my brother has a lot of work. You know what? I will try to convince my brother to come on, and I will promote Lime Cooler if they're okay with it. If they don't mind the free plug, I will have my brother on here. He can show what he does as far as work. I do find it interesting. He just talks about it way too much. And being his brother, I talk to him all the time. And that's literally the number one thing he likes to talk about. So if I can get him on here, I will definitely have him come on and talk about his work. Maybe bring some work. That'll be a nice conversation and something interesting. I mean, it's art. It's definitely something that I want to promote on this channel, which is art. And a lot of the stuff he does is art. Building a leg for somebody and laminating it in such a way, or using a t-shirt, an old t-shirt that somebody had from, a concert when they were 15 and are now in their 60s, and it's an old beat up t-shirt. My brother's the one to laminate it on a leg and make it look great. Basically refurbishes that t-shirt to turn it into a leg. Along with a lot of other things. He makes his own, the designs and stuff like that. And not trying to do not just shirts and stuff like that, but there's other things that they use to laminate. But he is the one that actually makes a leg. So that would be a pretty cool episode to have him come in here and talk about it and have a conversation with him, if he's ever up to doing that. So you know, maybe we'll see in a couple weeks here. Um, show my consistency, and maybe I can get him to come on here. Might be fun. Um, and probably still a couple of legs, a couple legs to bring on for show and tell.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G. Snoop Dogg.
I see my sister-in-law got in here too. Yeah, try being married to him. Yeah, I know. I mean, I did grow up with him. He is that type of person. Just that anal asshole. He likes his job though, and you can't frown on that. But he works hard. He deserves what he gets. I mean, he probably deserves more than what he gets, in all honesty. But you get what you get. It is what it is. What was I saying? I don't know. It's hard to talk to a camera by yourself. But well, that's the best thing about doing a podcast, bro. It's literally just you talking to a camera. You don't get to see all these other people. I'm the one that's in control of the comments and what people say and all that good stuff. So, get on here, talk about your company. I'm serious if you want to talk to Lime Cooler about, hey, my brother started a podcast. He's a growing podcast. He doesn't have very many followers, but being even on this early, he can be a sponsor of the video, and then he gets his name promoted out there. And then if this video does what I assume it will, is grow and have thousands and thousands of viewers, then they go back and watch these episodes and watch that episode that you're on with that sponsorship, and they go, hey, cool, and then that word gets out there. So it's always a great thing to promote things. So I want to promote local businesses, local bands, local artists. That is my plan with this journey I'm taking with doing a podcast. I love it. It's great. So far has been amazing. I mean, it's me sitting here, but imagine me just having somebody sitting here with me, having a conversation. It'll flow a lot better. It'll look a lot better. And I do plan on getting there. Just stick with me. I know it's a process to get there, but I remember all those people that are in the beginning, man. And that's the biggest part of it, is having those people that are constantly backing you up to make sure you thrive or get there in the future and work towards a common goal on somebody else's dime. Like I want to get there, and having the support and love of other people helps me get there, which is a great thing. And I plan on doing that. So, like I said earlier in this podcast, this is my first podcast, first episode of Ziggy Talks. I am your host, Ziggy. I put so much preparation in doing this first episode that I really didn't have a lot to talk about, or topics or anything like that. I didn't really make too many topics because obviously, being my first episode, I knew a lot was going to go into what I plan on this channel becoming, what I plan on doing in the future, what I plan to grow doing. That's pretty much the topic of this episode, is what I see in the future for Ziggy Talks. And it's gonna be something. It's gonna be something. I don't know exactly what it is, but stay for the journey. I promise you, in the long run, it'll be 10 times better. Even a month from now will probably be better. And I'm excited. I'm excited to see where it goes. Changing up the background music. I like changing it up every once in a while. What is this called? Night driving. Yeah, but little things like that. Like, I want to promote local artists, local bands, just a lot of local, even vendors and stuff like that. I want to do product testing. So, I want to grow my channel to the point where I can send it out to somebody that makes something that I might use in my daily life, or something that might benefit me, my son, my housing, anything. Something that I can promote on here is what I want to do. Like, I want to be able to promote little things and little businesses, artists, up and coming artists, up and coming bands. The band scene is crazy in Cleveland. I mean, you never know. I can have, the next MGK from Cleveland, sitting right next to me, having a good conversation with them. Promote music. And, I don't think I'll have any like live music here because it would not sound great. But, if I have a sample of their music, I have no problem playing it on the podcast. It's going to be fun. But local artists, I can have somebody drawing, doing a painting right behind me while I'm doing the podcast. And, just little things like that. That's going to be fun. That is true. So why don't you hold all that and you come on the podcast and you can. I'm sorry, that was a lot of dead air while I was reading that. You gotta remember, I am dyslexic, illiterate. I don't read fast, whatever. But when a long comment comes up, I have to read it because I want to engage. So leave that in your mind, bro Han. What I'm saying to you right now is that you can come on this podcast, because I know you can, because I know it's in your time frame to be able to make it here. Even if you make it, well, no, you get off in time to be able to make it here. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday, you can come 6 to 8, and you can sit in on a podcast and talk your heart's desire. You can just bullshit with your brother on a podcast. You can do it anytime you want. If you want to be on this podcast, you can be my co-host. You can come over here and sit and be on here 3 days a week and grow this with me. I mean, I wouldn't mind having my brother. My brother is an easy talker. He's somebody I can have conversation with for hours without a single break in the, moment. So, anytime.
Ready, go!
I don't know. I'm still trying to learn these damn buttons too. So, there we go. Wow. So, I mean, yeah, my brother can get out of the house 3 days a week. He can come on the podcast a few times, Maybe that'll be a spark in the right direction. Plus, you get to promote cool stuff, and it's fun to talk to people, and there's not much work but just sitting here and talking. So, I wouldn't even mind, even Hunter want to come on here and talk about kids, get kids engagement on here. We can do that. Colleen can come on and talk about whatever Colleen wants to talk about. Probably how much she hates you sometimes and how much you're an ass. I mean, we can go deep. We can go deep in conversation over here. We got plenty to talk about. So I do plan on getting people in. I do plan on having conversations. I do plan on having topics going on in the future. This week is going to be a slow start for me as far as engagement goes, as far as topics goes. If I find a topic to talk about, I'm going to talk about it. If I find segments that I can do in my podcast, I'm going to do them. It's trial and error right now. 3 days a week, come on. If I'm making money, you would totally do it. And co-host, if I was making money off this, you'd be on here 3 days a week. It'd be totally worth it. And make some extra money. But yeah, so I'm going to have different topics. I'm going to have different segments. I want to do, like I said, interviews with artists, bands, local business, vendors, things like that. I also want to do product testing. I want to do a segment in my podcast where I'm doing something promoting a product or testing a product to see how I like it or if somebody else would like it. It's just what I plan on doing. Like those are the big goals that I have for this channel. As right now, this is just me growing my channel, and the only way I do that is you guys supporting me, liking, subscribing, sharing, turn on that notification button, and just know that I'm going to be here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's right. That is right. Oh, that's long. That was a long one. All right, let's not press that button again because that was not fun. Let's press another one. All right. Well, that'll appease to a crowd. I got one that says cool. I think that is my favorite one. Ready? It's the motherfucking D-O-double-G Snoop Dogg. Then I have failure. Oh, you can't go wrong with Little John. Some cheering is right. Gunshots, but it just sounds like somebody banging on a door. Some crows crowing along. More cherries. Oh, there. I do have a laugh track. I only thought I had this one laugh. I don't really like it. And kiss. Oh, I got 2 laugh tracks. Okay. So I like it. There's a lot that I'm still playing with on this podcast. There's a lot of buttons that I got to work on. There's a lot of different things, like making it seem I am in an empty room, going far. But, there's different things to work on here. I can turn my music up. I can turn it down. Find that nice, comfortable background music. Because it is nice to have that background music. When I did my test run of my podcast, which you guys can go back and watch it if you want. It's really not anything to watch, but if you do, go ahead. I don't care. It's a lot of me sampling everything, putting everything on there, seeing if everything's working correctly, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But when I was doing that, I noticed that it was just, I didn't have the background music. I wasn't using any background music in it. I didn't have that option when I was testing this. So that background music makes it so much better. I feel like when there is silence, at least there's some kind of rhythm. There's some kind of something engaging. And a lot of times, I know me personally, when I turn on a YouTube channel, even if it's just somebody that I subscribe to, I listen to it a lot as background noise. Not that I'm even listening to it, but, I hope that you listen to me. I hope that you engage in me and, you want to have fun talking, whatever. And I pique your interest and that you stay engaged and want to keep coming back. That is my goal for it. But yeah, so when I did that and I didn't have the sound on it, it was just horrific. It was just my voice, and then every time I took a break from a word like that, it was just that noise, and that is not what I want. That is not fun. So having the background music definitely helps. We're getting close. We're in the last 15 minutes of my first episode of Ziggy Talks. Again, my name is Ziggy. I'm your host, Ziggy, on Ziggy Talks. Welcome. Hey, what's going on, sis? See, you made it to a live stream. You made it at the end, but you made it. That's all that matters. Hope everything is going well with you. Thank you for tuning in. I do appreciate the engagement. Hope everything is going well with you. Again, so to wrap things up here, again, I'm going to go over everything I said, what I plan on doing again. Love you also, Mariah. Love you so much. It's okay. I understand. I'll be on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. every week, those 3 days. As of right now, for the next 2 to 3 months. I will probably reevaluate after a couple of months and see what direction this is going, and if it is headed in the right direction, which I'm hoping it will be, which I think it will be. Once I get more people involved and more people on here, I do plan on possibly doing this 5 days a week, Monday through Friday, which will be awesome. So as of right now, it's just the 3 days a week. I don't want to overwhelm myself doing this. Like I said, it was really tedious just getting everything set up to do this, that I didn't really prep with topics and stuff I was going to talk about. I know being the first episode that I was going to say pretty much my premise of what this podcast was going to be about and where it was going to go and what my goals were and my dreams are of this channel. So with that being said, these are my goals. My goal is to have a co-host. My goal is to support local businesses, local bands, local artists. If you know of anybody that might want to be on a podcast to promote their stuff, let me know. Tell them to go to Ziggy Talks 216@gmail.com. Email me and let me know. Also, a co-host, it's going to be somebody to vibe off of. It's going to be somebody to engage with, somebody to, work with and keep the conversation flowing. It's really hard to talk to a camera by yourself when you're just sitting here by yourself and just going off of just comments. It's not easy to fill 2 hours. And that is going to be something that I have to work on, and coming up with topics, coming up with segments. I want to do product testing segments, interview segments, different things. That is all coming in the future. This is just the start of it. This is, it's going to be kind of dull, kind of boring, I guess, but it's just going to be my voice, and it's just going to be talking about just day-to-day things and how I'm progressing the channel, what I'm doing to change things, how I'm going to make it better for the future. That is my thought. I also want to take the time to promote, which I am calling this first sponsor of this podcast, which is 7686 Designs. You can find 7686 Designs at facebook.com under 7686 Designs, facebook.com. Go look them up. Look at what they have. They do a lot of different designs on different things, t-shirts, tumblers. This tumbler right here was made by Vicky from 7686 Designs. It's got a nice skull on it. A nice broken skull. You can't really see, like I said. You got all that. And then the 7686. And then you got a skull bleeding down. It's great. It's very colorful, it's very vibrant, very detailed. It looks great. And that's sublimation that Vicky does. And it's absolutely amazing, detailed work. So, get cups, get tumblers, get shirts. If you have any questions, you can email us at 7686designs.com. It's at the bottom of your screen right now. If you have any questions, any orders that you want placed, ask if any questions of you have some custom thing that you want made, email us, let us know. and we will definitely be able to work with you. Great prices, everything. Definitely go there, and we'll help you out. Other than that, I appreciate everybody that has tuned in to this first episode of Ziggy Talks. Again, my name is Ziggy. I'm your host of Ziggy Talks, and I am appreciative of everybody that has tuned in, if not just for a minute, just to show your support. It is grateful. It is appreciated. I love every single one of you, and I know it can grow from here. I ask that you guys subscribe, like, comment, hit that notification bell, and share this. Share it, share it, share it, because right now, friends and family, that is who I can share it to, because that is who I know. That is my social group. That is the people I know. But the more friends and family I have that share it to somebody that can share it to somebody else that shares it for somebody else, that is how I grow. So I ask you guys to share it as much as you can. Let people know, this is a growing podcast. This is the first podcast, and it's only going to get better from here. I plan to do different things. I also want to do like little giveaways and stuff. But with that being said, though, those are things that are pretty far in the future. Not something that can come in the next couple of weeks. I have to build a following first, get the engagement, of people, and get more people viewing, that I can do little contests and little set up things that I can do giveaways and stuff like that. Or if I have local bands that are having a concert or something, give away a ticket to their concerts, or do things like that. Like, I want to do things like that and give away. Maybe I can have an artist come in here and paint something during the podcast while they're talking to us, letting us know about their life and their work and what they do. Maybe possibly giving away a painting at the end of the podcast to somebody that's been listening to the podcast. Ziggy Talks. Again, Ziggy Talks. This is my podcast. I've been dreaming this up for years and finally have grown the courage to do it. It's hard to sit here and talk to a camera. It's hard to be vulnerable. It's hard to do this thing without being judged. I understand that there's going to be people out there that judge me daily, judge me and criticize me for everything I do. I'm under a microscope now, which that's fine. I don't mind bad criticism. I don't mind good criticism. I don't mind criticism at all. I don't mind haters, because guess what? That's promoting me. The more haters engage, the more people draw to that. And it's just going to make me grow from there. And I welcome all comments, good or bad. Do your worst. But give me one of those cups, man. Or one of those cups. Hey, you can go to 7686designs@gmail.com. Order yourself a cup. This design was custom made by me. And I had it custom made for myself. But if you have a design in mind, or you have some kind of thought or design you want it to be, let me know. We can come up with something. We'll get you something. But I mean, come be on my podcast. Maybe I can back you up. So, you got to get something to give something. So come on my podcast, and maybe I can work out a cup or something for you. All right. We have made it to the end of this episode. I appreciate every single one of you that have tuned in and listened, or just engaged. The comments, my brother, Raya, love you guys very much for the support and the love you guys have shown in my first podcast. Not a lot of comments, but hey, it don't matter. This is the first one. But, there's plenty more to come. Like I said, I'm going to be on here Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. I did that because I have a day job Monday through Friday, I have my son on the weekends. I did that so it's a pretty decent time at night where people are relaxing, just getting home from work, able to tune in and watch something. So I'm hoping to just take out even an hour out of those 2 hours. If you guys come in and listen, I appreciate it. Just engage. It's going to help me grow. Again, share it. Share it on your Facebook. Share it on your Instagram. Share it wherever you can share it. Get people involved. Mariah, you can tell your friend that said that I was cute. Tell her to listen in. I have a podcast now. She can listen in and watch me all if she wants. With that being said, I love you guys so much, and I thank you guys for tuning into my first ever episode of Ziggy Talks. I am your host, Ziggy, and I will see you guys on Wednesday at 6 p.m. Thank you for tuning in. You guys have yourself a wonderful night.
Ziggy Talks. Thanks for joining me today. Stand out in a crowd and be unique. Bye for now.